Hi, welcome to the live stream for today, Tuesday the 26th of April. Okay, so, oh, we've got a double. Okay, so yesterday we were, well, let's start again. What are we doing? We're showing me live coding Yazz, which is a low-code tool to build Web3 web apps. That's it. So what's Web3? It's like crypto apps which use MetaMask to store your coins and data and certain data. Okay, that's coins and tokens. This is MetaMask here. And this is Yazz. So I'll just show you the home page for anyone who's new to this. Here, you can see this is Yazz. I'll just let this, it's a video and a video because I'm on a video now. So this is what it does. It's a bit like Visual Basic. It runs on Windows, Mac, Kubernetes, Docker, and that's actually today's live stream. Okay, so the episode is actually episode 7. Okay. So, what did we do yesterday? Well, yesterday, I'll just give a quick recap. I'll just start up the system. So we're running everything locally here, as it's a development version. And what we did yesterday was we used the smart contract control, which is this, and we wanted to compile some Solidity. And when we'd compile the Solidity, we wanted it to deploy a new contract component. So say, for example, one of the things with smart contracts is you make a contract, and then when you've made the contract, it's on the blockchain, but then how do you access it is the issue. So what Yazz is trying to do is to say, well, how about we just make a graphical component in the front end so that you can access that component, that smart contract in the back end. So here this is the Ethereum smart contract, and we've compiled it. And when we compile it, it creates this thing called ABI, which is like an interface to the smart contract. This is the bytecode. This is the actual code which gets deployed on Ethereum, and this is any warnings and error messages. So we've compiled the code. Now we're going to deploy it. We use MetaMask, and we use the RinkB test network. So this isn't actual production. Okay, so you can see we're deploying here. Okay, and the contract's been deployed. Boom. Now we have a control which represents our smart contract. So you can see here, this control here is the one we just made. Now, at the moment, where we were yesterday is we said we want to copy over certain things, like the ABI should be copied over should be populated so that we have this interface to access the smart contract, and that should be copied from the main component. Because you have to remember, all we do when we do deploy, it just makes a copy of this component. So this basically makes this as a copy of itself. It's like having a child, I guess. It's just DNA, but we also add some more properties to it. So there's only, I guess, one parent. There's two parents in this case. There's this is one parent, and the second parent is where we're injecting the like certain things. One of them is this ABI, because you can see here right now there's nothing in ABI, but when we compile Solidity we get the ABI. And yesterday what we did was we copied this control over to here, but we didn't have the ABI in there by default because there's two separate concepts here. You've got these components which are like, I don't know, if you're a developer and you do Java, these are like classes. But if you're but each class has to have an instance. So for example, I'll give an example here. So this is a button control. So you have one button here, one button here. So you have one class here, which is the code for this button, and you have these two instances. And you can see that because if you look at the code, if you look at the code for a button, let's see, where's the code? So the code for a button is here. So this always, like, well, it can be updated, but this just is like the template. And then if we use a button, like this is called a button control. If we use a button, you can see here we have two instances of a button, and you can see that if we do edit as text, you can see here we have button control 1, and then here we have button control, the second one. So one's called instances 117, instance 118. So you've got two separate instances of button control. So how does that relate to the crypto stuff we were doing? So when we made a copy of this, but when we made a new smart contract, we made a copy of this template, and this template by default has an empty ABI property. So what we wanted to do is we tried to code it so that we could copy, like when we made a new component, we could copy defaults in to the new smart contract. So you can see here. So we do compile Solidity, deploy, and then when this deploys, we'll make a new component. Oh, we've already got one from earlier. I wonder if it'll make another one now. Oh, we can even use this one anyway. So it will make this and this smart contract, as you can see. Get rid of that. This smart contract has the ABI filled in. And we had a bit of trouble debugging this yesterday. So that was because I was using, everywhere in the code, I was using console.log. If you look at the code here, we've got console.logs everywhere. So what I said yesterday was I'd buy a tool to help debug this, and there's a good tool called WebStorm, which is made by IntelliJ, who's a really good developer tools company, and I was able to step through the code. So I'll just show you an example here. So we got means we have to run the application from WebStorm, which is this. Okay, so run the application. We say new app. Do this. So compile, deploy. So it's deploying now. So the idea is once it's deployed the smart contract, then it should step into this debugger, which is running on the server side. It's a web application, so you have to remember a web application has two parts: the part running in your web browser and the part running on someone's servers, which is here in this case, which is here running something called Node.js. So here you can see we've got debugger, and we can see like values of variables and stuff like that. So you can see here, you know, we can like jump into to functions and things like that. Okay, so we'll also show you. So that's what we did since yesterday, and you can see the history. Yesterday, okay, so the main thing we did since yesterday is we managed to copy over the like the ABI property. Okay, and as we also said, as we also said, we've got a contract which shows us what should be copied over. We have this thing we've hard coded here, so we can see we have to copy over the ABI. We've done that. We also have to copy over the Solidity, because okay, but we can see it has some solidity here, but let's see what happens if we change something. Does it copy it over? So let's do, let's start this again. Wait a sec. Okay, so we'll start the server and we'll say create new DApp. Okay, let's close this off. Let's add the Solidity, the smart contract control. We do this. Now let's say, let's start it at count equals 7. Compile, deploy. Now let's see what happens once it's created the new smart contract. Oh, it's in the debugger. I'll just turn this off for now. It's made the new smart contract code, so let's have a look. Let's see what the code is. The code still says 1, whereas it should say 7. So this means we have to copy over the smart contract code. So we do that. This is my old editor. I just prefer it for editing. Let's have a look. So where do we copy this? Load component, no. Save component, no. Copy component. What are we doing? I've forgotten. I want to copy over the code, yeah. So, where do we have this? Here. So copy component. Here. So what's the property called? Let me see. The property is called, let me see. That's called ABI. Oh, wait. I use this ZZZ thing to, as a bookmark. So we want to copy over the code. So it's their code. Oh, just called code. Okay. So let's say, comma, code. So use the code. Let's see if that copies the code over now. Get rid of this. So we have the smart contract. Let's change this to 9. Make sure we save this as well, by the way. Oh, that's a good point. Let's see here. If we don't save it, does it still copy it? So here, change that to 9. Do compile, deploy. Okay. Oh damn, I'm not sure if we're running the right one. Let me see. Maybe, so we don't get lost, let's get rid of this. I got a bit confused here there. Wait. Let's get rid of this editor as well. It's confusing with 2 editors. Okay, so okay, so you can see the change here. Yeah. Let's take that off. Let's take that change out again. Let's take this out first. Let's make sure it doesn't work. So we're here. I'll start a new D app. There's no smart contract control. Add the Ethereum object. So compile. Let me save. Let's actually change this code here to 11. Save. Compile. Deploy. Confirm. Let's see what happens. So we're here. Now we have a new control here. Let's have a look. No, it's at 1. The count is not set to 11, but it should be 11. Okay. So now let's put our code change in. Stop that. Okay. Run it here. So we're here. Let's make this 12. Compile, deploy, confirm. Okay, we haven't saved it. We must remember that. Okay, so now if we go here. Oh, it's set to so it copies the value even without saving. Okay, fine. So wait, save the Solidity code when creating a new smart contract. That was interesting. I didn't know about that. You didn't have to save it. Okay, so let's see. Okay. So then what's the next thing we have to copy? Well, the ABI, we've got the Solidity default account, maybe. Maybe the contract address. Oh, yeah. Contract address. Let's see. That's where the contract exists on the blockchain. You can see here, like, if we take that address here, and we go to blockchain explorer. So let's see. If we type in that address, there we can see that contract was made 2 minutes ago. And that was made from 0665769. So it shows that from this contract address it made that smart contract. And you can see transaction fee 0.0031 ether. There, see, it's the same transaction. If you do view on Block Explorer, it takes you to the same page. Okay, great. So, let's see. What do we do now? So we want to copy over that contract address. Let's have a look here. Oh, how do we go to the top? Oh. Oh, we can do it like this. Here, let's see, contract address. Where's that? Ah, just that. Okay. So let's see. Oh, wait a second. Okay, so contract address, and then properties. Okay, so let's try and test that now. Okay, so as a new smart contract, let's just say compile Solidity, deploy, confirm, and you see there's no contract address yet until it should only get a contract address once it's deployed the contract. Okay, so there you can see it's got a contract address. Okay, so you can see here. Let's see there. There's. Oh, it doesn't have a contract address. That's the code. I wonder why. Contract address. I can try it again. Let's just try it again. Okay, so new D app. Compile. Deploy. We'll get some more ETH while we're there. From the faucet. Okay. Some ETH. Great. It's a test network, so I can get free Ethereum, which isn't really worth anything. Okay, so it's deployed. There we are. Oh, has it copied over the contract address? That's strange. Let's have a look here. Let's look in the debugger. Let's get rid of this. So we're here. Compile the Solidity. Deploy. Oh, wait a sec. Okay, so we're here. Let's see. Oh, it says contract address undefined. The code is there. Oh, it's address with one extra S. It's a typo. Okay. There, okay, great. Let's try that again. So no contract. Oh, hang on. Let's see. Should be nothing deployed. Okay, let's run it. Okay, new D app. Nothing. No smart contract deployed. So we add this. So compile Solidity. Deploy. Okay, so you can see we have a contract address, but now let's see if it's done, if it's made that here. Yes, it's made the contract address here, 0890. Yeah. Looks right. Okay, good. So what else do we have to copy? Let's do that. Let's just check that in. Copy over the contract. Address, okay. Okay, so we've copied over the smart contract address. Now what else needs to be copied over? Let's see. We have, here's the one we hard coded earlier. No, maybe we need this increment and count now. Okay, so how do we know what to add? Oh, I think I need a 2-minute break. Okay, so I'll be back in 2 minutes. No one's watching yet, so we'll see. What is it? Yeah, I'll take a 2-minute break. Hi, okay, so I'm back. Just needed to stretch my legs a bit. It's a bit hard to constantly be sitting down and working. It's hard to think standing up as well. So that's why it's harder to stand up and work sometimes. Okay. So we have to figure out how to get these methods into this object here. So let's have a look at the methods from the original source code. Let's see. EBM contract. Let's see. How do we view this? Let's see, how do we... How do we find this in the other window? View. This is, I'm normally using Atom. This is IntelliJ, so it works a bit differently. So I'm just trying to... Now I know that the demo contract's in the same folder as this. So I'm just trying to see where it is. How to quickly get to that folder. That's a problem when you have to use different IDEs all the time. Is you always have to keep learning new keyboard shortcuts and stuff. But this is such a useful tool, WebStorm. I mean, it's probably worthwhile, even though it's a bit painful at the start. Surround, folding. Selecting. Oh, there. How do I do that? So navigate in a file. Oh no, it was selecting project view. Navigate. I don't know. Anyway, so it's this one. So this is this contract has the code we want to copy. So when we copy code here, we want to let's see. We want to copy this count method and this get property name, get property as sync. So I think we might need to make a new helper method to do this. Let's see. Let's go here. It's default property values, and we can add another one. We can say new properties. And we can say Okay. So to make sure that still compiles, and what is the actual code change? It's that. Oh, what happened here? Right. Let's try that. So we'll compile, deploy, confirm. I wonder if we got that test ETH from earlier. Yeah, we did. I think we get half an ETH every time, or half a test ETH on the test network. So here you can see we're deploying, and okay, so it's deployed. Yeah, looks right. Okay, so what we're going to do with this new properties, that's in Electron. So here we need to so then copy over some property defaults from the existing smart contract. No, from the existing component. So we can say here, create some new properties in the new component. Okay, so we can say let what do we call it? Let new properties equal that. And we can say, I'm not going to put all these console.logs in anymore, because now we have WebStorm, so it should make the code a bit easier to read as well. Let me say let new property index okay, so here we'll loop through the new properties. And then we'll say there. Oh, cool. New property equals new properties I'll just say add property. Okay, so we need to add this method called add property and save helper. Let's see. Let's just make okay. Add property. So take the code and we take the property, and then we say get the properties. And then we say properties dot push new property. Okay, so let's see, let's run this. Well, we'll debug it actually. So what we're trying to say here is when we deploy a new contract, now we're going to try and add this count function. I know this count is hard coded for now, but we'll fix it later. Let's just see if it can add that, because at the moment you can see here that the contract it's made doesn't have any, has ABI Solidity, but it doesn't have any count function. Okay, let's see. So let's see. So make a new D app, no smart contracts in there. Let's have a look. So compile Solidity, deploy, confirm. So we're just waiting for it to deploy the Solidity first, and then it should take us into the debugger. Okay, so new properties. We can see this is the array here. There, the count. So we're trying to add this count object. This is the beauty of a debugger, of course, is you can see every line if it's doing what you want it to. New property index. New property length is 1. Yep. Okay. How long have we got? 10 minutes. So we say new properties correct. So now we're calling add property. Jump in, get the list of properties. Yeah. It's an array, so we add one to it. Oh, okay. And let's see what happens. Okay. So no. Let's see if it's done anything. If it's added that ABI Solidity count. There's count too. Okay. Let's see if we can use that count here. If it actually works. Click me. So alert. Right. Dot. That actually should be like that, I think. Alright. Just see if it works. Let cc equals unexpected identifier. What does that mean? Let cc equal, okay. Of course, I know why. So it's added, so when we add a function to a component in Yazz, there's two things. There's, you can see here, there's this, and then there's also this. We have to add this too. But just for now, I'm going to check this code in. Helper. Oh, this is just formatting changes, and this adds the property. And this is the add property method. The EVM contract, yeah, I just passed in this hard-coded thing. So trying to add the smart contract methods. Okay, so the next part is we want to add the actual code. Now, this is a bit more tricky because okay, we need to add the code at a certain point. So injecting code. Oh, I'm going to have to think about this. So what this means is when we add the smart contract, we add the method. Then there's also another point inside the smart contract where we add the code. You can see it here. This. So we should probably there's probably some marker thing we can do to add code. So we can probably do something like let me see here, save help. Right. Here we'll probably do something like new methods. And then here we could see if we can do it like this. Okay, so it'll probably be more like this. The new properties, new methods. Let's see if that even compiles still. The new DApp. deploy. I know we don't have long yet, like much longer to go still. I think we've made good progress because we've managed to add more property, get these properties working and copied properly, and get start to get the code copied as well. Let's just do that. So we can see it's still deployed the contract here, and it's got count somewhere. It's got count there. Yeah. Okay. So now we need to find out how to insert new code at a certain marker. And I think we might have to do something like here, like do insert methods here. I don't know. How should we do this? Because copy component is going to be a generic function. So that means, this is strange. So I have to think about this because we want this to work on all components. How does this work? We've got properties and we have the code. Okay. We could also just search for this. We could search for methods and just put it in there. Yeah, that might make more sense actually. So we could insert here some code. So let's see, methods. Let's have a look here, save helpers. Insert code string. I'm going to have to think about this, how it should work. I'm not sure. Anyway, so today what we did was we managed to add, we've got 1 minute left, so I'll just go through it. So today we managed to add the Solidity code and the and the contract address, and also we managed to add this count. You can see here it doesn't have the count method, but it does have it on here. We added the count method here, but now we just need to inject the actual code itself for the count. And then once we've done that, then we can start to make we're semi-hard coding it now, but once we've done it properly, we can loop through all of the new methods in this ABI here and add them to this new control, and then we can just use this GUI control for a new smart contract. Okay, so it's time now, but thanks for watching today, and I'll just continue with this and see if I can get it to add a method, and we can go over it next time. Okay, thanks, bye.